So research and a lot of debate says that chitting potatoes isn't necessary. And a lot of people, especially beginners that have just grown potatoes for the first time, are probably wondering what we're all talking about when we talk about chitting potatoes. And as you'll see from here, the potatoes start to grow these little growths, and when you put them in a tray like this and you keep them to the light, this is called chitting. So it allows the light to get to the potatoes to start producing small, short, green growths. And that's what it means. Now, as I said, the research shows that it's not necessary to do, but I do this every year for a number of reasons. One is, you can see if I leave them in the bag, the chits, or these little shoots that are coming up, are very white. And what's ideal is to have them lovely and green. So putting them to the light will help them start to green up. The other reason why I do it is because if you leave them in the bag that you buy them in, they start to grow longer and longer, and they all get twirled up with one another. And as you take them out the bag, you're at risk of breaking the shoots off. And then you're kind of starting from a negative point, because having the shoots on these potatoes gives you a bit of a head start when growing them. So I still chit them. So if you're putting your potatoes into chit, you've got to remember to put them in the right way, which can be a little bit confusing when you're just looking at a potato. So have a look at the very bottom of the potato, and I'll show you one that's clearer. Just a minute. We'll try on this one. So anyway, let's look on this one. So you can see the shoots coming at the top. And if you look down here, there's a little blemish just there. And that is the bottom of the potato. And that is the top of the potato. You might think, oh, that's obvious because the shoots are coming up. But you may come across a couple of potatoes where the shoots are not coming up. I haven't got one here, I don't think. But it may not be so obvious. So always look for that, and I always refer to it as the potato's umbilical cord. So that's where the potato was joined to the mother plant when it was growing. So that goes down, so that's the bottom. Once they're in this container, and I've marked what they are, put them somewhere cool, but where they're going to get some light. So not in direct sun, but somewhere cool and light, but not where they can get the frost. So the three varieties that I'm growing this year are Charlottes, and they're a second early, and these are a really good all-rounder, and they store really well. And we mash them, we boil them, we roast them, they're great. So that's why we have more of the Charlottes than the other varieties. And then for the last couple of years, we've grown something called Sagitta. And this is recommended as the best flavoured potato, particularly for chipping. And according to the information that they give out, is what the chip shops often use for chipping. But we've used them also for things like roasting and boiling as well. But they are great roasters. So that's the second one. And these are second earlies as well. And the third variety that we're growing this year is Kestrel. And again, Kestrel is a second early, and these are just very delicious. And they're very reliable, and again, we seem to do everything with them. We've mashed them, we've roasted them, and they've been very, very good. We only grow either first earlies or second earlies, and that's because of the blight. But these three see us right through. We've still got some Charlottes, some Kestrels and some Sagittas in our shed, and we should only have a gap of a few months where we'll probably have to buy potatoes, but they do store well and they're wonderful. Also got some celery, not too many as I don't like celery too much, but it's great in stocks and soups and things. So we just grow a few. Here are the celeriacs ready to be pricked out and potted up. So I'm going to do those now. So I'm at home in my little grow room. So I'm sure you'll be really busy in the next few weeks sowing seeds and everything else. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy gardening. You take care. Bye.